like 9 p.m. here right now.
Perfect. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a 6 a.m. where I'm at. I'm in
Oh,
California myself. Yep.
I see, I see.
Yep. Gonna wait about another 5 minutes and then we'll start the class. Okay.
All right.
We got seven, so wait another 2 minutes, so we have total of 15 students. So the ones that are already in, can you guys hear me and see me clearly?
Yes, Professor.
Yes, Professor.
Okay, perfect. Give it another minute for everybody else to come in. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and start with the people that we have so far. Uh, Today is just going to be a brief introduction of myself, introduction of you guys towards me and get to know each other a little bit more. And then we're going to go a little bit of what marketing management is and why we are here in this course, this point of our lives, and just how beneficial, what is it that we're trying to look from it. So let me go ahead and introduce myself. Um, I currently live in California. My name is Danny Gaviria, and I've been teaching marketing for the past 4 years. It's something that I'm passionate about. It all started with the idea of being a graphic designer. Um, it eventually escalated to marketing and sales. I started as a graphic designer a long time ago. So my bachelor's is in graphic design. Then I decided to move along and get my master's in marketing. And currently I'm going for my doctorate on organizational leadership. But my career started as graphic design. then I was able to move into the idea of being the leader of the graphic designers. Then I found out that I wanted something else. Then I moved into marketing, being a marketing assistant, then jumping to what we call right now marketing management. And currently, I work for besides teaching, I currently work for a manufacturer and I work as marketing and sales manager. So, all of these things are correlated on the sense that in order to be able to market, you have to be able to know how you're going to transfer the message from the graphics, from the advertising, from the promotional part of it to be able to take it to the final sales aspect of it. So, you as a marketing manager or in general as marketing, you have to understand the beginning and the end of your process. So, that's what got me so passionate into taking this to the next level and learning more about it because now in the position that I'm in, I can see if I put a graphic together, I could put some advertising together, then it's going to go back as a sale. And that's what we want. At the end of the day, we're looking for returns on our investment and the time that we put in. So I am originally from Colombia. Reason why I'm bringing this up is because I'm noticing that we're dealing with people all around the world, which gets me super excited because it gives us an opportunity to learn a lot more about this world. Things that I do enjoy is traveling, um, and that's I think that's where I'm going to be learning a lot more from you guys and hopefully get to go to these places where you guys are coming from and visit, right? So that's one of my passions. I also play the guitar and I also love, teaching. My goal eventually later on is to be able to teach 100% and just dedicate myself to this because I feel that this is my way of giving back, but also the fact that I learn a lot from the students. And this is a subject that I, you know, do every day. I work in marketing, I work in sales, and this is something that I do all the time. Um, okay, so that's pretty much myself. Um, Let me go ahead and kind of open the discussion in here. We're gonna do one by one to be able to introduce yourself, and then when you introduce yourself, please go ahead and tell me where you're from, and then why are you taking this course, and why are you going for the MBA, and why are you interested in marketing management? And the last one is what are you trying to get from it? Let's start with I got Olia, which is the first one on my screen. Can you please tell me, um, introduce yourself and um, tell me why are you taking this course and what's your goal on it? Olia, you're there. Okay, they're typing, so give this person 1 second. Okay, let's go with Co for now. Uh, as Olia is typing. So, oh
Hello,
yeah, go
hello,
ahead.
Professor.
Yep.
Yeah, I guess my colleagues here are all from the previous sem. I think they know me well. So basically my name is called Han. So you can call me Larry in short. I'm actually from Malaysia, but currently working in Malaysia. So I actually studied and graduated in Malaysia back then, and I graduated in bioprocess engineering. So after I graduated, I actually went to a HVAC engineering field. So I have like 4 years of HVAC background, but currently I actually transfer job to Singapore already. And I'm actually more to consultant engineering now. So basically why I take this course is I want to improve, I would say improve, I would say I want to gain knowledge on doing business. So what I can see here is as my current job, right? We are the consultant for material testing and those are civil structure engineering stuff. But then we are currently doing some HVAC simulation and we want to, how do I say, expand our our scope of work to the client. So one of the thing is we want, how can I actually want to learn how to actually do marketing for our this new simulation software to the client. How can we bring this to, I mean, make everyone understand about this simulation in the current market? So yeah, that's what I actually want to get from here. Thank you.
Perfect, perfect, Co. I
Yeah.
think it's important that we. So one of the biggest reasons here in the world why everybody's going back to MBAs for the same reason they're going after. We have realized that the sales aspect of it, the business aspect of it, is missing in many different industries. It could be engineering, it could be nursing, it could be any type of agriculture. So um, we are missing those skills that are required to take these specific industries to the next level. And that's where we are seeing that it doesn't matter, how many technical skills you have, there is still a lack of innovation, leadership, motivational skills that are missing. And that's what we're going to see in here because that's one of the things that I'm focused and I'm passionate about on be able to, you know, we are here to learn, yes, the basics of what marketing and marketing management is, but we're also here to learn the soft skills, which is the innovation part of it, the motivational part of it, and how we get a business and we take it to the next level. In my personal experience, I've noticed that it's not so much on how you create your marketing plan and put it all together as a business plan. But if you do not get along with your employees, if you do not get along with your partners, and all these things do not work, customer service, the position that you might be in on how to train the people that's going to be talking to your customers, etc. That is important. And those are things, let's say, for example, for doctors, engineers, and things like that, we tend to lack all those things. When I was getting my degree in graphic design, nobody ever taught me how to talk to a customer. Nobody ever talked to me on how to introduce myself or take my business in general to the next level because I didn't have those skills. So I'm glad we're in here for those type of things, and I feel like that's one of our focuses from here on. Okay, let's go with Rodas. Rodas, are you there?
Yes, I'm here, Professor.
Okay.
Okay, so my name is Roda Simane. You can call me Rodi or Rodas, whichever one is comfortable for you. This is my third semester. I graduated my undergrad. I uh, did my undergrad on architecture and my master's. I wanted to shift career to business analysis, so that's why I'm doing my MBA and marketing and sales management. I'm doing it because it's mandatory, to be honest, to do the MBA. Yeah, and I recently quit my architecture job and got a business analysis job offer, and I'm about to start that after a week. So it's all going good for me. Thank you. It's nice to meet you, and I'm excited to learn. Thank you.
Perfect. Rodas, where are you from? Or where are you in? What city or country are you in?
Oh, right. I'm from Ethiopia, which is found in the Horn of Africa.
Okay.
Maybe you know Tigray. I'm from Tigray.
Okay.
Currently it's on the news, so yeah, I'm from Ethiopia.
Ethiopia, I
Yeah.
love it. I
Yes.
love it. I still have to go and visit there, but Ethiopia is one of the countries that catches my attention the most. Okay, perfect. So, Rodas, I'm glad that you are honest about your current situation and business analytics. Once again, I don't want you to undermine these other courses that you're taking. When I was taking my, my MBA, I never assumed that, hey, we're taking these courses, let's make the best out of it. Um, I think business analytics, like I said, let's put business analytics, but let's put this scenario that you are in a specific company, and we have to get those leadership skills coming out because we could be the best business analytical person and all that stuff, but the people, the environment that you're surrounded by, that's kind of like the skills that what marketing management is going to give you. And once you're in business analytics, then you're going to understand, oh my God, look at these skills and I could take it to the next level. I could move up in this company and do something else, right? So now you don't have just, this is the position that you're in, but you have an opportunity to maybe open new doors and, be the owner of the company or be the one that is managing all the people that is under you. So glad to have you here and thank you. Um, let's go with,
Thank you.
and I apologize for maybe saying your name's wrong. I know what it feels like because my name, a lot of people doesn't say my last name the right way, but I'm super excited because everybody's from different part of the world. So, but also apologize if I say your name wrong. And if you have a preference, please go ahead, either email me or put in the on the chat right here, the preference on how you want me to say the name. So we have Doa, Doaa. Doa, are you there? Okay, now coming in. Let's go with you, Delene. Let's do something too. If you do not have a microphone, please go ahead and put it on the chat, and then I'll read it to everybody. So if you do not have a microphone, go ahead and do it. Jodeline, I see that you took off the microphone. Go ahead. Hello. All right, we can hear you. So, um, Ahmed, have Ahmed, Ahme. Okay, now coming in.
Hello,
So,
Professor.
oh, go ahead. Perfect. Okay, you got it. All right, go ahead.
Yes. Hello. My name is Ahmed Awad. You can call me Awad or Ahmed, whatever you prefer. This is my second semester, so I know most of the people here. I'm Egyptian, living in Kuwait. I have a bachelor degree. I am a Bachelor of Commerce, majoring in accounting, but I am working as HR executive. Uh, Basically, I took the MBA to leverage my knowledge and gain new experience and new education. Um, well, marketing is part of the course itself, but I am fascinating about it. Especially, I want to improve my brand. I want to create a name for myself. So basically, yeah, this is what what I'm looking for.
Perfect, perfect. Create a brand, make a name for yourself. I like that.
Yeah.
From Egypt, nice. Okay. Okay, so creating a brand, um, it's super important, and it's one of the things that we tend to forget because, nevertheless, we do want to bring some profits for a company. We want companies to be profitable, and that starts as being an ideal and one of the goals that we have, but we tend to forget just in general what a brand is and what is it that um, we want people to remember. A lot of the times we forget that people is remembering the cost instead of actually remember the brand. So I'm going to tell you guys one thing about branding is you have to have a story, because it's going to be part of the lecture later on today. But the story pretty much is what we sell. We don't sell a product, we don't sell anything else. We sell the story, because that's essentially your brand. If people remember the brand, then they're going to be able, if people remembers the story, then you're going to be able to remember the brand, but also the emotional part of it. So remember that in order to get somebody's attention and for them to remember you forever, you have to go to the emotions. It's almost like you're going direct to the heart. And if you get their emotions up, then they're going to be able to, uh, you know, bring you and remember your brand. Okay, let me go ahead. The next person that raises their hand or has a microphone, go ahead. That's how we can do it too. Wants to volunteer next?
I
Out of the
can
people that is
volunteer.
present. Perfect. Okay.
Okay, my name is Nuran. You can say Professor Noor. I know it is more easier for everyone. And I'm Egyptian. It is my country and my residence. My undergraduate study was electrical energy engineering major. And I'm now working for a global manufacturer as a marketing manager. And I think we have some mutual job stuff with you, Professor. So this is good. I joined the MBA majorly because my job need two majors, which is the engineering, of course, and the business. So since I did the engineering, so I'm doing now the business. And for the marketing, especially since it is my core job function, it is very important for me to know the deepest details of it. So I think we'll have a very fruitful conversation along the course. Thank you.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for sharing that information. So we have a marketing manager here. That's great. We have that in common, and then we have somebody that is already, taking action on everything that we are going to be learning from here. So you're going to be able to apply it right away. Okay, who wants to volunteer next? I have a lot of people left. Come on. Who wants to go next?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Oh, okay. Thank you. First of all, good morning. And we know all of these are my first classmate on my first semester. So, but still, there's lots of new that are new here, and I hope to meet them and interact with them. Well, uh, I'm Judy Lynn. Friends call me Judy Lynn. I'm from the Philippines and currently living here in Canada. Uh, and here in British Columbia.
Okay.
Well, you said you have a passion in traveling, and I think we are the same. So, but except for the music, because I love music, but I cannot learn guitar. Yeah, the purpose in studying this MBA is to gain more knowledge. And every day here in life, when we move right or left, every day is business. So I want to engage my knowledge. Maybe someday I can I can try also a business, because I did my bachelor's in the Philippines, business administration. But if the courses that I take is outside Canada, and it's not enough it's not enough units to be the same with the education in Canada. So my plan here is to get a real business administration MBA, so that I can, so that what I want to say here is the education that I take in the Philippines will be the same here in Canada, because when I do the world education system, it's not enough to cover the bachelor's degree. And I hope I learn a lot from you as my new professor. Thank you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Um, okay. So here's one of the things that we share in common. I don't know why, I mean, I understand that I do a lot of business with Canada, but you coming from a different country and you took your bachelor's in a different country, I have noticed that education, and you guys, anybody can comment, but I have noticed that uh, sometimes the education that actually comes from our countries, like let's say Colombia, where I'm from, um, it seems quite different to the education that we're receiving in here. So I'm sometimes it's a lot higher. There's a lot of expectations from the countries that you guys are from, and it's a lot of the times is because we have to be appreciative of being able to take some classes, being able to get educated, right? A lot of the times here in the United States, in an aspect is that we just take the courses and we just keep going, right? So it's not. I think we in the different countries is we actually see a lot more commitment from students and professors, which is one of the things that I try to bring to education in here is that, hey, we have to have that ethical aspect of it where we are here teaching and we're here to learn. We're here to educate. I'm not here just to pass knowledge from a book, but we're here to take it to that next level. And a lot of these countries that you guys are from, we have to be appreciative of being able to have any type of education, which is great. Um, so I've seen it because the professors in Colombia are, in a sense, you know, very well educated and are very committed to taking us to you know, taking us to that next step that we really need to take, and they're really um, motivated to teach, and that's their passion. So let me go ahead. Who else is going to volunteer? Who else is going to go next? Still have we still have about four more people. Okay, go ahead.
Hello everyone. My name is Saif. I am from Canada, and this is my first semester at Windsor, and I'm actually really excited to take this course and just learn more about the business aspect of the world because I'm by trade a
Uh,
programmer. So I want to
Hi,
learn.
Seth.
Oh, sorry.
Hi, Seth. Sorry to interrupt. Where are you in Canada? I want to know.
Oh, I'm in Ontario, Kitchener.
Ah, oh,
So
sorry. Okay.
pretty close to Toronto. Yeah. So I'm actually pretty excited to start the MBA just to learn more about how business is integrated in different industries and how these soft skills or these uh, other platforms or other areas integrate within a specialized industry. So for me, it's programming and software engineering, and I want to see how I can develop an actual product or a business within this field. And that's my motivation.
Huge. Thank you for sharing that. Programming is another one that is suffering out of those, out of not having people. So when I talk about these soft skills and I talk about these skills that we're going to learn in this marketing management area, and they don't necessarily come from the textbook, but they necessarily come from my background, right? Just because what I've seen is that it's not so much that I can learn about marketing. It's what my interactions are with everybody else and the idea of taking innovation, motivation, everything else that lack in some of the things. Let's say, for example, agriculture. Uh, it's suffering because people eat more and more every day. So the world needs more and more food. So here's the thing that we're seeing. Um, we're seeing that all the agricultural degrees are just so focused on the technical skills that we're not being able to get one person to innovate, create new machines on how to produce food faster and things like that. They have to bring consultants from the outside to be able to bring that specific skill on board. But instead of being able to count with the people that, have huge degrees on these, like engineering, agriculture, or programming and all that stuff, into creating the next innovative, idea, they're having to look from outside sources just because we're so focused on the technical skills that we lack, the innovation part of it on, oh, problem solving, right? Programming is all about problem solving. Once you start programming and you're putting all these codes and all that stuff, it's frustrating because, okay, it doesn't work the first time, that's it doesn't work the second time, so let me go back to my code and all that stuff. So we already do it, but we're, in your case, we're so into the program that we're creating and things like that, or specific situation that you might be in. But we tend to forget the bigger picture of where it's going to end up. So my best advice for you is, where's my program going to end up, and who's going to be using it, and how are we going to benefit the world from this, and who is actually going to need it? Why is that for? So, Safe, I'm glad you're taking this class. All right, so let's move on into the next person. We're missing three, I believe. Anybody else volunteering? So I've noticed that we're gonna leave it like that. If I missed you, please go ahead and just try next class, or please go ahead and stop me at any time. Um, I'm seeing that most of you guys have been together in some of the classes, which is great. Some of you guys are going to third semester, second semester, um, so you guys are already aware of Moodle, and you guys already have an email address and all that stuff. So that's great. Please go ahead and send me an email, just saying hi, so I have your email down on my email. Uh, please go ahead and do that. So now that we did the introduction of the students and why you want to learn it, I want to share some things for me, and I want to make sure that we are kind of on the same page. Uh, we one Now that you guys are in marketing management, I want to just cover a few concepts. One of them is marketing mix, which is it's the combination of what we call the 4 Ps, which is product, price, promotion, and place. So now that you have a product, you create a price based on that specific product, and it could be based on cost, it could be based on other things. This is just like kind of a review for marketing. So you have a product, then you create a price. It might be a service or a specific product, tangible, but you create a product, which is one of the most important things to start any business. Then you move into price, and then you create promotion, advertising, and then at the end is place. Where are you going to sell this specific product? So place, promotion, price, and product. So that's what we call the 4 Ps. And that is marketing mix. They keep reinventing them, but those are the original ones that we have seen, which is marketing mix, product, price, promotion, and place. So keep that in mind. And the second big concept that I want to cover is the SWOT analysis. SWOT analysis is when we analyze the strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. So we have to understand it from the perspective of a company, or what are our strengths and what makes us better as a company. What are our weaknesses? And if we could attach it on, if you understand your weaknesses, then it's going to be better for you to understand your strengths and your next steps on your goals. But then if you look at your threats, then you'll be able to understand the opportunities on everything. So, just as a general exercise, I also recommend that you guys run the SWOT analysis on yourself. You know, it's huge. It has worked for my students. If you stop for a second and you say, what's going to make me a better marketing management for me to understand everybody around me? I need to understand a SWOT analysis of me. So, SWOT analysis is strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. So, that is so important for a company because you have to understand your position, that the position that you're in regards to your market, to your product, to anything in general. Don't ever think that you're in this bubble. And one of the biggest problems that we have is that once we come up with an idea, we think it's the best one and we go forward, but we don't really analyze the whole aspect of it and how is it going to make me better, or what are my weaknesses, who am I competing with, what are my threats, right? It could be technology, it could be something that I might come up with a new product, but tomorrow it's not longer any good. So that's why it's so important. Nevertheless, the job of a marketing manager. So moving into the next step, which is job of a marketing manager. A lot of the times we are doing to do everything, right? You have to know your graphics, right? You have to know your PR, which is public relationships, how to be able to talk to people and all that stuff. You have to be able to sell. You have to be able to talk somebody into your product. If you make a person trust or believe in your product firsthand, then you'll be able to believe in that product yourself. So you got to put yourself in their position. So that's why it's so important that you take it from the first step, which is understanding the graphics that we're putting, the ads, the advertising, everything that we're putting together for our customers, and that the message is being communicated clear throughout the whole thing towards the end when we do sales, right? So I do recommend that if you get a chance to take more sales courses, take more customer service courses, feel free to go ahead and do that. So because it is so crucial for you to be able to understand where the customers are coming from and what is it that they're struggling with in regards to your product. Let's say they already have it. But the best thing for me was honestly the opportunity to spend a lot more time with salespeople and be able to sit down with them and say, what is it that you're missing? Me as a marketing manager, I have to provide you with the with whatever is needed for you to succeed. So I'm going to separate marketing and management for a moment. Management, we, and it depends on your position. For small companies, we do everything, but for big companies, we manage, which is a big difference. Supervising is me paying attention that you do your job, but management is actually me providing all the resources that you need to be able to succeed. So it's not my job to do your job, it's your job to do your job, and it's for me to provide you with all the resources that you need. Say, for example, you guys are students. For you to succeed, me as your manager, I have to provide you with an email account, with a Moodle account, with all these things for you to be able to succeed. And let's say you don't have a pen to write with, you don't have a paper. I have to provide all of that for you to be able to succeed, for you to be able to that next level. So that's where we take it, and it's so important. Part of management, there's also something called emotional intelligence, which is a fairly new concept, but it's me understanding the emotions of everybody that I'm surrounded by, all my employees, all my customer service, and my customers to see where they're coming from. And if I understand their emotions, then I'll be able to relate, be able to innovate, be able to motivate for them to stay in place. So, management is a bigger picture of everything. But if we see it as marketing management, then we see it as an art of combining the right marketing tools and marketing channels to be able to promote a product. Sorry about that. and identifying target markets, people that we're going after, a specific customer. That's part of your marketing management area. So a lot of the times, the way I refer to it is you as a marketing manager, you're being paid to think and to provide the resources that your people below, like your advertiser, your promoter, all the stuff they need. But you are being paid to think. Reason why is because you have to come up with new initiatives, right? So slow down and draw some goals, right? My bigger goal. So here's marketing 101 or life 101 in a sense is objectives are really small and they're very specific and goals are big and broad. So that is huge. If you understand that the goal is big and is broad, then you also understand that objectives are specific. So I'm going to be the best basketball player. That's my goal. That's broad. It's never going to change. One of the biggest things in marketing, don't change your goal. Change the way you go about it. So objectives are specific. I'm going to train 3 hours a day. I'm going to own a basketball. I'm going to buy these type of shoes. I'm going to, and then you can meet those objectives little by little that are going to take you to this big goal. Any questions so far?
No,
All right,
Professor.
go ahead.
No questions.
No questions. Okay, perfect. Thank you. Um, so, so with that said, when we're pursuing these goals, um, we have to have clear channels on how we're going to pursue them, how to meet the specific objectives. Do we have the right resources? Are we in a position that we could even afford those resources? Are we in a position where we just have to be creative and come out with solutions, right? And that's where the problem solving comes to play. So we're not just marketers, we are problem solvers. I'm going to tell you guys why. Because in marketing, you are solving a problem. In general, in business, you are solving a problem that your customer has, and they don't even know it. A lot of the times, part of sales is being able to solve the problem that you don't even know you have. And it's up to me if I can sell you on that idea. So that's important. Yeah, I hear Chad on the background. Chad?
Yes,
Yeah. Oh, hey, do you want to introduce yourself real quick and say
I would like to
what
introduce.
country? Yeah, introduce yourself and what
Uh,
country are you in?
yes, thanks. I joined back again. I'm from Myanmar. I'm now joining for the second semester for this course. Actually, I got the first degree as an English specialization major, but I'm trying to get a master degree in Master of Public Administration. And so I also would like to study more MBA. When I study a MBA, I got some of the messages, especially business. I'm really interested, and that's why I have joined last 3 months. Yes, nice to meet you all my close friends. Nice to sir.
Thank you, Chad. Thank you so much. So, hopefully next time I get to see you guys in person. Um, I mean, I see you guys some of the cameras. Hopefully, um, that will be very exciting to actually see you guys in person. I mean, in the camera. And if at one point I get to travel to your countries and be able to see you in person, that'll be amazing as well. Now, um, so moving forward into this, so um, bottom line, a lot of the times, unless you are, most of the people go in business because they're trying to generate, not only a brand, but they're also trying to generate profits. They're trying to make money, right? A lot of people say, if I'm going to business, it's because I'm going to be a millionaire. If that's the goal, which a lot of the times is, nevertheless, a business has to be run. So for marketing, one of the biggest things in management, in marketing management, is to be able to come up with a budget for your marketing. Now, all of that is based on the profits of the company. So that's why I mentioned the sales aspect of it. You must understand how much the company is actually generating. And based on that, you have to understand that part of it is going to be used on your marketing initiatives. So part of being a marketing manager is understanding the cycle. How much money is the company needing to meet all those, basic expenses? We have the fixed cost and we have the variable cost in a company. And in general, in your life, you have your cost, which is, your electricity, your gas, your, gasoline for your car, or um, food. It's always variable, right? It's not always the same amount of money that you're going to be spending on these things. So that's the variable cost. Same thing for a company, right? In the United States, they we tend to drink a lot of coffee in the job site. So it's not always the same cost on coffee, right? It's something like that. Or sometimes we have to work overtime, and the electricity bill is going to go up. So that's always variable. But we also have fixed costs, which is what? Maybe the rent of the place that we have that never changes. Um, so that's a fixed cost. And if we understand these things on the company, it's easier for me to adjust and say, okay, we're going to get, once we remove the fixed costs and the variable costs, I know how much profit we have and how much can be allocated for marketing, which is one of the biggest ones. Why is that? Is because once you understand how much money the company is generating, then you can put clear goals on. As a marketing manager, I'm not just making beautiful graphics, I'm not making beautiful videos. I have running ads on Google or Facebook or social medias and stuff like that. No, I'm actually seeing how much money am I generating just from marketing efforts. One of the easiest way is to calculate these things will be a business that is fully online, because you're seeing how much that business is generating automatically. Boom. We paid the product this much. The cost was $50. We sold it for 200. We made 150. And then you calculate, oh, all of that was generated because of my marketing efforts, because of my Google ads, my Facebook ads, all that stuff. But it was, and then later on you analyze which ad makes more money and stuff like that. But at least you're being able to see it. A lot of the times when we have a sales reps and stuff like that on a big company, a lot of the times the returns are not necessarily coming from your marketing efforts. They could be coming from your sales guys' efforts, right? So we have to have a clear goal on saying, the moment that I added this marketing budget and I started working with a marketing manager, my company went from here to here in profits. And it has an explanation. It has an explanation why. Because this person added new Google ads, good Facebook ads, all these things that is making a change on my returns. Now, from that growth, I could allocate more marketing budget because it's working. So, why am I mentioning this? It's because a lot of the times we tend to forget that the company has to make money. Maybe we're just a marketing manager, and we just tend to come up with so many ideas because we're just trying to be that problem solver. Oh my God, I could create this new graphic. I could do this. I could do that. But at the same time, it's not making money. You guys cannot. I cannot tell you guys how many times I've come so excited to the owner of the company. Oh, we should do this. We should do this. And their response is always like, do you think by me creating a new video, that's going to make me a lot more money? Bottom of it, we have to look on how our efforts have that ending goal, which could be creating profits. Does that make sense? So any questions so far? Okay. Any so I want to make sure that you guys do you guys all have access to the textbook? Do you guys know which textbook? Please give me a thumbs up or something that to know that you guys are aware of that.
No, Professor, we are not sure what textbook we are using at the moment.
Okay, okay. Let me
Yeah.
go ahead. We are using 1 second. I'm gonna try to bring it up in here. So it's called Marketing Management. It's so it's by Greg Marshall. So what I'm going to do is actually be able to send you guys an email with this information, so you guys all have it, and you guys have the link um, for you guys to be able to get it online, or if you want to have it in person. We're going to go through the textbook, but like I said, my lectures are going to be mainly like this, in a sense that we cover some PowerPoints, but at the same time, we are also going to be creating a lot of conversation, because that's what we're going to learn the most from all of us, especially because we have all different backgrounds and we all have different, interest on what we're trying to get from here. So, hey, I'm here to learn too. So please go ahead and, when I say something that doesn't make sense, stop me and say, hey, no, that's not true. That's not how it is. Or give me actual examples from your country, and you say, hey, that wouldn't work in here, right? That's a United States thing. So I'm really open to those things because I'm also passionate learner, right? And we are sharing that in common. Everybody in this um, meeting right now shares that in common, that hey, we all want to learn. So we're gonna be going back and forward. I'm just the one directing the meeting, but in reality, we're both here to learn from each other, and we all share a vast of uh, experience on different fields, which gets me super super excited. So I'll go ahead, and after this class, I'll send you guys the marketing management. We have about 14 meetings together. Make sure you tend to be in each one, just to be able to interact and talk and learn, because I'm sure you're going to get a lot more from the live sessions, because we're going to be asking questions and going back and forth. But if you cannot make it, every meeting is recorded, so you could access it later on and be able to go through it. Every meeting is going to have something important, just because the interactions that we have from each other. It's what makes it different than just going back and looking at the PowerPoints or anything like that. It's just what we're getting from each other. All right, that's all I have for me today. But hey, do you guys, any of you guys have any questions?
Professor, if I have a question, please.
Yeah.
Is there a problem in your time schedule and the colleagues to make it at 10 a.m. instead of 9 a.m. US time?
Well, I don't have a problem on changing it, but I don't know how that affects everybody else. I know you're in Egypt, but I don't know how it affects everybody else in the meeting. So, um, does anybody have a problem with 10 a.m.?
Sir, I have a problem on 10 a.m., so I prefer 9 a.m. because you are ahead of 3 hours from us here,
Yeah, yeah. And
Pacific
you are
time.
in you're in Canada. That's
Yeah.
right. You're you are in Pacific time. I am in Pacific time. So I start at 6 a.m. myself.
Oh, we are the same.
Yeah, we are the same. So I did it, I did it 6 a.m. my time. So I also accommodate Eastern time, and also, in general, try to accommodate, it's a Sunday. We also, I probably some of you guys are already on Monday. uh, so Noran, you could, you know, it seems like most of the people will be okay with this one at 9 a.m. Um, is that still possible for you to attend? If we need to accommodate something for you, please let me know, Lauren. But let's leave it at 6 a.m. at 6 a.m. at 9 a.m. for now. And if we see that you need any accommodations, please let me know so we could work together. Okay.
Yes, okay. Unfortunately, here Sundays are not vacations, so it is 3 a.m. 3 p.m. for me here. It is in the middle of my working time, so that will be somehow a challenge. Yes, but
we will accommodate. We will accommodate. And like I said, even just come in, even if you come in, an hour later, right? Because the sessions are going to be approximately 2 hours and a half. So feel free to come in an hour later if that's what you could do, or even if in the background, you are present on that aspect. Or once again, well, we're counting, it's your attendance, but also, participation is part of it. But I do understand your situation. So we will definitely accommodate, and we will work together on this. So if you have to come in at 10 a.m., please do so. I'll count that in. I will make sure that I know you were there, and you try to make up for that time. Is that okay?
okay. Thank you, Professor.
Yeah, no, well, hey, we're here to work together, and we're here to learn from each other, like I mentioned before. So I know everybody has a different schedule. I've never done a class like this. I've only done it in the United States, but look at this. This is beautiful that we have all different backgrounds, and we share different time zones. So um, it's I'm super excited about that. Any other questions? Okay, so it's Sunday. Go ahead,
Sir,
Shan. Yeah.
yeah, we wish all to get your PowerPoint verified and also your reference book because we need to study more. I think sometimes we have problems because we don't have any background knowledge. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, no, I would after this, I'm gonna go ahead and send you guys an email with the textbook and everything. So and some information like the PowerPoints and things like that that I could share. Um, my accounts were just being set up last night, so as soon as I get a chance to send you guys that information, we're gonna go through that, okay? But as of right now, we're gonna start the first week. Second week, we're gonna take it a little bit more serious when it comes to PowerPoints and learning and activities during class. Today was just that introduction, so um, if there's not more questions, I'll go ahead and end the meeting. But it's my pleasure to be here with you guys. I'm super excited more than anything because we're all different backgrounds, different nationalities, different worlds, pretty much. I almost feel like every country is a different world in that aspect because, and it's not even a country, it's like every town, every little small towns in the world are a different world. We all have different cultures and everything like that. So, hey, maybe later on during class, you might say, "Hey, I want to share something really unique about my country or where I'm at, my little town or my big town or anything like that." Please go ahead and stop by and say, "Hey, I really want to share something today about my country, and I think this is what makes my country unique, and this is why I'm here, and I love it." I like that activity. I know we all have that passion of learning more about from other countries. So, all right, guys. Well, it's Sunday for me. If it's Sunday for you or anything, please go ahead and enjoy the rest of your day. And I will see you guys next Sunday. Okay. So thank you so much for this meeting. I'll send you guys every Sunday. I'll send you guys a meeting, or I'll go ahead and try to uh, put together and set schedule so you guys get the reminder and you guys get to use the same link every Sunday. to make it easier on ourselves. So I'll go ahead and send an email after this meeting in regards to the textbook and things like that. And then, yeah, super excited. If you guys, there's no more questions, we'll go ahead and go on with your day. And thank you so much for everything.
Thank you, Professor. See you next week.
Thank you. See you
Bye.
guys
Thank
next
you,
week.
Professor.
Thank you.
You.
Thank you.
Bye and thank you. See you next week.
Thank you,
Bye-bye, sir.
Professor. Have a good day.
Thank you so much. Thank you too.